وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. So as we mentioned before, once again, that the definition of hadith is sahih is ما نقله عدل تام الضبط بسند متصل من غير شذوذ ولا علة. So these are 5 conditions. So it means when there is lack of one of these 5 conditions or more than one, so the hadith is basically da'if. The only exception is that if that dhuf or weakness is because of weakness in memory, but that weakness is not that much, but that is from 1 to 10%, so then hadith is not considered da'if, but that is hasan li zatihi. Yes, and if there is a hadith which is da'if for any other reason, except kidhb and lie, because kidhb and lie does not have any jabira and any bandage. Yes, but for example, there is weakness of memory, or for example, that the ruwat or the narrators, they have categories. So there is da'if rawi, there is thiqa and authentic rawi, and there is awthaq, extra authentic rawi. Yes, there is da'if, there is authentic, there is extra authentic. So if in a hadith a da'if one, he differed in words with an authentic rawi, yes, so then this hadith of da'if, that is called munkar. That hadith is called munkar. And if an authentic rawi, but later on I will give you the detail, that's only a tamheed. And if an authentic rawi, he differed in words with an extra authentic rawi, so the hadith of the authentic one is called shadh. That's called shadh. And the hadith of extra authentic is called mahfuz. That hadith is called mahfuz, and the other one is called shadh. So anyhow, later on we will go to details, but now originally the point is that da'if is to be known, yes, by the lack of one of these 5 qualities of hadith sahih, or at least by the lack of the qualities of hadith hasan li zatihi, because hasan li zatihi, it has 4 qualities, but in 5th quality there is little bit weakness, which is memory. Yes, so that hadith is hasan li zatihi. So anyhow, now we will say it like this, that ad-da'if, ad-da'if bifaqd. Faqd mean negation. Bifaqd ittisal sanad, that the sanad or narration chain is not continuous. Got it? Another one, bifaqd adalat ar-rawi, that is da'if because one narrator in the narration chain is not adal. He is not adal. Then بفقد الضبط, that in one or more rawi there is no dabt. Yes, either their memory or their writing is getting confused. بالشذوذ, بالشذوذ, as I mentioned, that a da'if one is differing an authentic one, or an authentic one is differing an extra authentic. So that is called shuzuz. Yes. And da'if because of bil-illah. Bil-illah. Later on we will come to know that what is illah. That what is illah, which makes a hadith a da'if one. Now here, the narration chain is not constant and continuous. Yes? So it means usqita kullu sanad aw ba'duhu min al-bidaya, that the entire sanad or a part of sanad and narration chain is dropped from the very beginning. Is dropped from the very beginning. And for example, look at me. When I am giving you a hadith, yes, so I am bound to say that حدثنا الشيخ عبد الحق المحدث قال حدثنا شيخ الإسلام مولانا حسين أحمد مدني قال حدثنا شيخ الهند مولانا محمود الحسن قال أخبرنا قاسم العلوم والخيرات مولانا محمد قاسم نانوتوي قال حدثنا الشاه عبد الغني قال حدثنا الشاه محمد إسحاق قال أخبرنا الشاه عبد العزيز قال حدثنا الإمام الشاه ولي الله قال حدثنا أبو طاهر إبراهيم الكردي. Yes, so if I will start from my direct sheikh, yes, and constant chain is going to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, or at least to mu'allafat, at least to mu'allafat. Mu'allafat means the books of hadith, because in the books of hadith every single hadith has its own narration chain. Yes, so the narration chain from me is going constant to al-mu'allafat. So that hadith is called muttasil. Hadith is called muttasil. Now from the very beginning, if I dropped Shaykh Abdul Haq, my direct Shaykh, rahimahullah, or Shaykh Abdul Haq and Shaykh al-Islam Maulana Madani, or Shaykh Abdul Haq, Shaykh Madani and Shaykh al-Hind, or I dropped the whole narration chain, yes, and I said, Warawal Bukhari, and I said, Warawal Bukhari fi sahihihi. So as far as hadith from Bukhari to Rasulullah is concerned, that is muttasil. But from my side, the beginning part of the narration chain is dropped. So hadith is called al-mu'allaq. Hadith is called al-mu'allaq. Al-mu'allaq means hanging or hung. Hanging or hung. Look, from the other side, from the upper side, that is connected, but from the lower side, that is not connected. Yes? So, if we will connect Fahim from his hair with the ceiling, but his feet are not touching either the ground or a table or anything else, so that is called hanging. That's called what? Hanging. We are not doing that. Yes? So anyhow, so as from the beginning, the narration chain is dropped, so that's why the hadith is called al-mu'allaq. And the second is Usqita. Rawin wahid. One narrator. أو أكثر or more. من موضع. From a place. Siwal bidaya. Except the beginning. From beginning, you did it. Like, look, I said, وبه قال حدثنا الشيخ عبد الحق المحدث قال حدثنا شيخ الإسلام مولانا حسين أحمد مدني قال أخبرنا شيخ الهند مولانا محمود الحسن قال سمعنا قاسم العلوم والخيرات مولانا محمد قاسم نانوتوي. So this is muttasil. But look, I mentioned Sheikh Abdul Haq, but I dropped Imam Madani and dropped Sheikh al-Hind, and I jumped to Maulana Qasim Nanotwi. I skipped two mashayikh in between, one sheikh in between, more than two in between, or in the end. Mean that is a place except the beginning. Except because from the beginning you drop a sheikh or all of them, so that is mu'allaq. But if you will drop one sheikh or more than one from any other place from the narration chain, so there Usqita. Ar-Ruwat min al-Wasat, from the middle of the narration chain. From the middle of the narration chain. And here Usqita Rawin Wahid Min Akhir Sanad. From the end, only one narrator is dropped. From the end, only one narrator who is, and that is of course a Sahabi. That is of course a Sahabi. So for example, I took the narration chain. Let me make it clear. Like, look, I said وَبِهِ قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا الشيخ عبد الحق المحدث قال حدثنا شيخ الإسلام مولانا حسين أحمد مدني قال حدثنا شيخ الهند مولانا محمود الحسن الدوبندي قال حدثنا الشيخ محمد قاسم النانوتوي قال أخبرنا الشاه عبد الغني المجددي قال حدثنا الشاه محمد إسحاق قال حدثنا الشاه عبد العزيز المحدث الدهلوي قال حدثنا وأخبرنا الشاه ولي الله بن عبد الرحيم الدهلوي قال أخبرنا الشيخ أبو طاهر الكردي المدني قال أخبرني والدي الشيخ إبراهيم الكردي قال قرأت على الشيخ أحمد القشاشي قال أخبرنا أحمد بن عبد القدوس أبو المواهب الشناوي قال أخبرنا الشيخ شمس الدين محمد بن أحمد بن محمد الرملي قال حدثنا الشيخ زين الدين زكريا ابن محمد بن يحيى الأنصاري قال قرأت على الشيخ الحافظ أبي الفضل شهاب الدين أحمد بن علي بن حجر العسقلاني قال حدثنا إبراهيم بن أحمد التنوخي قال أخبرنا السراج الحسين بن مبارك الزبيدي عن أبي العباس أحمد بن أبي طالب الحجاز عن الشيخ أبي الوقت عبد الأول بن عيسى بن شعيب الهروي قال حدثنا الشيخ أبو الحسن عبد الرحمن بن مظفر الداودي قال أخبرنا أبو محمد عبد الله بن أحمد السرخسي قال أخبرنا علي بن عبد الله محمد بن يوسف بن مطر بن صالح بن بشر الفربري who compiled the book of Imam Bukhari قال حدثنا الحافظ الحجة أمير المؤمنين في الحديث أبي عبد الله محمد بن إسماعيل بن إبراهيم بن مغيرة بن بردزبة بن بززبة الجعفي اليماني البخاري قال حدثنا أحمد بن أشكاب قال حدثنا محمد بن فضيل عن عمار بن القعقاع عن أبي زرعة عن أبي هريرة أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال كلمتان خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان حبيبتان إلى الرحمن سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. Now this is a muttasil sanad. This is a sanad muttasil, constant and continuous. There is no any disconnection. So now, if I will drop my direct sheikh, so hadith will become mu'allaq. Or I have dropped 2 or 3 of them, hadith will become mu'allaq. Or I dropped the whole sanad and I said, وَعَنْ أَبِي هُرَيْرَةَ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَنْهُ قَالَ قَالَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. Yes, that from Abu Hurairah it is narrated that the Messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it. I have not mentioned any sanad, but in the end I say Rawahul Bukhari. I say Rawahul Bukhari. So when I said Rawahul Bukhari, so it means that hadith is muttasil and that is sahih according to Imam Bukhari. That's why he put it in his sahih and the narration chain is written there. The narration chain is written. So from Bukhari that is muttasil. What about me when I mention it? Yes, so I will tell you that yes, I have the sanad. My Shaykh al Hadith Maulana Abdul Haq rahmatullahi alayh, he has given me the permission. My Shaykh Maulana Abdul Halim rahmatullahi alayh, he has given me the permission. My Shaykh Maulana Mufti Muhammad Farid, he has given me the permission and I learned from them. And our Shaykh, the Muhtamim of Darul Uloom Deoband, Maulana Qari Muhammad Tayyib Sahib rahmatullahi alayh, he has given us the ijazah. Because later on, I will tell you that how are the ways of tahammul and ada. Tahammul and ada. Because if a muhaddis said haddasana, yes, or he said akhbarana, or he said an, or he said qala, or he said sami'tu, yes, so it has categories. That's what haddasana mean, what akhbarana mean, what sami'tu mean, what an mean, what qala mean. And Imam Muslim, he has a different way. He narrates a narration chain. وَبِي قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا فُلَانٌ قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا فُلَانٌ أَخْبَرَنَا فُلَانٌ حَا وَحَدَّثَنَا فُلَانٌ. Yes, he put a ha. Yes, simple ha. What? Simple ha. Right in the middle of the narration chain, he put a ha. He put a ha. So that ha is actually abbreviation of tahwila. Abbreviation of what? Tahwila. And you know tahwila on road sometime. Yes. In Arab word, you see the signboard. Yes. What is? Detour. Detour. Yes. So Imam Muslim rahmatullah alayh, he put a detour in narration chain. And for detour, he has the sign. This traffic sign. But in narration chain. So he said, ha. So then he jumped to another narration chain. Yes, that here from I have another narration chain for this hadith also. Yes, Imam Muslim there he said, this Shaykh of mine, he has another narration chain from that point. Got it? So he put ha or tahwila or detour. Got it? Or diversion. Yes? So anyhow, my point was that hadith is sahih, Nuruddin, ma rawahu.
ما رواه عدل تام الضبط بسند متصل من غير شذوذ ولا عيب.
ها فهم؟
ما نقله عدل تام الضبط بسند متصل من غير شذوذ ولا علة.
So 5 qualities are there. If these qualities are found in a narration chain, hadith itself, as far as narration chain is concerned, that is hadith sahih. That is hadith sahih. So there are standards or criterion for sanad, and there are criterion for matan and text of hadith as well. Later on we will talk about that. These are 16 in number. These are 16 in number. Sometime narration chain will be okay. Narration chain will be okay. But there will be something there in the text of hadith. So there the muhaddith said, وَقَالَ أَبُو عِيسَى وَهَذَا حَدِيثٌ صَحِيحُ الْإِسْنَادِ وَهَذَا حَدِيثٌ. So when Imam Tirmidhi says هَذَا حَدِيثٌ صَحِيحُ الْإِسْنَادِ, he does not have any observation on narration chain, but he has some observation on the text of hadith. He has some observation? Yes, on the text of hadith, and sometimes he mentioned his observation. That what is my observation? on this text, even though the narration chain is authentic. It's okay. Got it? So anyhow, as we mentioned, the 5 qualities. So if any one of these 5 qualities, yes, disappeared in a narration chain, so hadith automatically will degrade from sahih, or at least from hasan li zatihi to da'if. Then a da'if hadith could be elevated to maqbool and accepted hadith? Yes. A da'if hadith through narration chain, hadith da'if doesn't mean that this is not a hadith. That's only for academic purpose. That the narration chain, yes, there is one rawi, his memory was weak. His memory. So if somebody's memory is weak, so it doesn't mean that whatever he says, that is not reliable. Yes? If he will say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, so he will say, no, his memory is weak. Yes, we have some observation about this kalima. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. You know what I'm saying? So, a da'if hadith, it could be elevated to the level of maqbool. It has its own way. Later on we will talk about. But anyhow, these are 5 qualities. So the first quality of hadith sahih is that the sanad must be muttasil. So if there is a disconnection, so that hadith, but it doesn't mean that the very text of hadith is da'if. Maybe that hadith through another narration chain by Imam Tirmizi Abu Abdurrahman Ad-Darimi, that is narrated with constant narration chain. The same text, but through another narration chain, that is continuous narration chain. So there that is sahih. But here in this book, there one ravi is dropped. One narrator is dropped. So as far as the case of this hadith in this book is concerned, and that's why the muhaddithin, when they teach a hadith, our Shaykh Rahmatullahi alayh, ya subhanallah, he was the hafiz of hadith. He was saying like this. So Imam Tirmizi Rahmatullahi alayh, he has narrated this hadith, and he said, وَقَالَ أَبُو عِيسَى هَذَا حَدِيثٌ لَا نَعْرِفُ إِلَّا مِنْ هَذَا الطَّرِيقِ وَفِيهِ إِنْقِطَاعٌ. That in the narration chain there is a disconnection, that one ravi in between 2 is dropped. One narrator in between 2 narrators is dropped. Yes. So then either Imam Tirmizi himself, or if he does not, so then Shaykh Rahmatullahi alayh, he used to say, but Imam Nisai, he has narrated the same hadith in Kitab al-Dawat, yes, with the same narration chain, and he mentioned the name of that Ravi who is dropped here in the book of Imam Tirmizi, and that Ravi is the Shaykh of Imam Bukhari. His name is Ismail ibn Ibrahim ibn Ulayya. Yes, and then Shaykh Rahmatullahi alayh, he used to open Nisai. So Nisai narrates this hadith with this narration chain. وَبِي قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا فُلَانٍ قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا فُلَانٍ. Number 3, that is the narrator who is dropped in the narration chain of Imam Tirmizi. And Imam Tirmizi, he pinpointed. But Imam Nisai, he said, قَالَ حَدَّثَنَا إِسْمَاعِيلُ ibn Ibrahim ibn Ulayya. Yes, Nuruddin. This subject I love from the bottom of my heart. Do you love it or not? But this is very difficult subject. This is very, now people are making a joke of a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, they cannot pronounce the name of one Ravi even properly. If you will ask them that, do you know that what is the number of the narrators for a hadith in all these books? He doesn't know. Yes, but he will be asking you, this hadith is sahih, zaif hadith, sahih. Oh brother, what are you talking about? What's your mablagh min al-ilm? Yes, what's your position? What's your position? Yes. So anyhow, and that what I told you, that Dr. Springer, he has written a book. He has written a book. He has done his PhD in Ilm Asma'ur Rijal. Dr. Springer. Yes. So Dr. Springer, he said that this is the sufficient miracle of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that his followers not only preserved all his hadith, which is 750,000. 750,000. They preserved all the 750,000, but these hadiths are narrated by almost 500,000 narrators. How many? 500,000 narrators. They have preserved the biography of all these 500,000 narrators. Yes, there are books in volumes. There are books. And today I was reading in a book, yes, and that was amazing. That we are, yes, marking some ravis, that this ravi, he had some weakness in what? Yes, and sometimes we say that this ravi, sometime he was saying something which is not okay. Which is not okay, yes. And Yahya ibn Ma'in said that he lied. That sometime about Ravi, Yahya ibn Ma'in, because Yahya ibn Ma'in in Asma al-Rijal, he is mutashaddid. He is mutashaddid. So that's why we put the critics in three categories. That there are mutasahil, there are mutashaddid, and there are mutawassit. There are very tough extremists like Yahya ibn Ma'in. And when Yahya ibn Ma'in, he okayed Ravi, so he is okay with everyone. Yes. Nobody else is putting any finger on that guy. Yahya ibn Ma'in said he's okay. Yes. But actually, sometime he puts finger on someone, but Imam Bukhari said no, he is okay. Ali ibn al-Madini, Shaykh Imam Bukhari said he is okay. So there we are not going after Yahya ibn Ma'in. We say that we know his nature. He is very strict. He is very strict. He is looking for Sahaba. He is that much strict that he is looking for Sahaba. Look, because Yahya ibn Ma'in, for example, Nuruddin, look at me. Oh, I saw that Shaykh once. Yes, he was drinking water and he was standing. I'm not taking his hadith. Yes, he is that strict. He is that strict. Yes, even by a map, that's what I'm giving you example. That he spits towards Kaaba. He spit towards, maybe he couldn't find out that is the direction of Kaaba. But Yahya ibn Ma'in found it, he said no. Yes, he is all okay, but he is that strict, for example. Got it? So that's why there we put the condition, the ulama, they have put the condition. If Yahya ibn Ma'in and people like him, if they criticize the Ravi, then we look into Asma ul-Rijal, that anyone else has ever agreed with Yahya ibn Ma'in? Anyone else has ever agreed with Yahya ibn Ma'in or not? Yes. So if nobody agreed with him, they said thing otherwise, so then we say no, we are not going for Yahya ibn Ma'in rahimahullah. Yes, but there are mutasahil like Imam Hakim. Like Imam Hakim, he is not that strict. He is not that strict. But there are mutawassit like Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. So we are going for mutawassitin. We are going for what? For mutawassitin. As far as the case of mutashaddid and mutasahil is concerned, yes, then we look into Asma ul-Rijal to find out. Yes. So if somebody, he is okayed by Imam Hakim, rahmatullahi alayh, yes, he is okayed by Imam Hakim, so we have to look into. Yes, because he is very soft man. He is very soft. Yes, like Brother Nuruddin is very soft. He himself is pious, so he said everybody is pious, which is not the case. Got it? So anyhow, Brother Nuruddin, so the first condition for Hadith Sahih was Ittisalus Sanad. Number two, Adalatul Rawi, that the Rawi is just integrated. That the Rawi is just integrated. So if there is something as far as his justness is concerned, so it means Hadith is degraded. Number three, Ad-Dabt, yes, that his memory was strong. So if there is weakness in the memory of a Rawi, Hadith is degraded. Number four, Shudud, yes, that he is differing in words with someone who is more authentic than him. So his Hadith is degraded, even though he himself is authentic, but his words are different than the words of, because Ruwat and narrators, they were very careful about the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To tell you one thing, that Hammam ibn Munabbi, Hammam ibn Munabbi, the direct student of Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala an, Yes, Abu Huraira wrote him a book of hadith which is called Sahifa of Hammam ibn Munabbi. Sahifa. And that whole Sahifa is narrated by Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal in his Musnad as a whole. Yes, in the Riwayat of Abu Huraira, that is narrated by Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahmatullahi alayh, where? Yes, even though that he has not taken that from the Sahifa of Hammam ibn Munabbi, he has taken that from his own teachers. He has taken that, those are hadiths from his own, not in the shape of a Sahifa, but in the shape of a hadith, individual hadith. Got it? But almost 50 years or less than 50 years before, the original Sahifa of Hammam ibn Munabbi, it was found in a library here in Germany, and its photocopy was there in Damascus. So one great Sheikh, Dr. Hamidullah, rahmatullahi alayhi, who passed away a few years before in America, in Virginia. Yes, he was from your state, from Hyderabad. Where from? From Hyderabad. But he, along with two others, yes, they came at the time of partition to convince the Britishers that Hyderabad should be a part of Pakistan. And he was sent by the rulers of Hyderabad. But according to Dr. Sahab rahmatullahi alayh, that the rulers themselves are their supporters, they conspired with Nehru to send the army, yet or still they were there in Britain. And based on that conspiracy, the Indian army, they entered into Hyderabad and they combined Hyderabad to India. So the other two scholars, they went back, but Dr. Hamidullah said, I'm not going to go back to India. He said, that's a cheating. Why they sent us here? And on our back, they did something other way around. So most of the time, he was staying in France. Yes, and he is the one who has translated the Holy Quran in French language. Yes, he has translated the Holy Quran in French language. And he has a lot of books on different subjects. He was a well-known scholar. He was a D.Lit. He was a PhD in literature. He was a PhD in literature. And he was a very nice man. Whatever he was earning, he was spending that in the path of Allah, because he never married. He never married. Yes, but in his old age, he was alone. So he was brought by the daughter of, by the granddaughter of his brother. His granddaughter is here in Virginia. So she brought him here. But he was very weak. He was unable to move even. Anyhow, so Dr. Hamidullah, he went all the way to Germany and he brought out that Sahifa of Hammam ibn Munabbi and he printed it. Yes. Now looking into that Sahifa and the hadith of Abu Huraira, which is written there in Musnad of Ahmad ibn Hanbal, you cannot find a difference of comma, colon and semicolon. That is the miracle of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Anyhow, furthermore, inshallah, furthermore, because these young students, if they will become angry, after some time, after this. Text.
Asma Rijal, is there a book?
Asma Rijal has so many books.
Okay.
Asma Rijal means actually the Nabi al-Kareem Muhammadin wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. So we were there in Hadith Za'if, and in this regard we said that Hadith Za'if, it becomes because of the lack of one of the 5 qualities mentioned in Hadith Sahih, or at least in Hadith Hasan. And we said there that the first one is Faqdu Ittisal Sanad. When the narration chain is not connected, it has some disconnection. So if that disconnection is from the very beginning, either partially or as a whole, so that is called mu'allaq. And if that is from somewhere else in the narration chain, so that is classified into two categories. First, if a narrator, he has been dropped from the very end of the sanad, means the sahabi is dropped. So that is called mursal. That hadith is called al-mursal. And if the ruwat are the narrators, they have been dropped from the middle of the narration chain, so then we will see if only one narrator has been dropped, usqita, rawin wahid, only one narrator has been dropped, so that is called al-munqati'. Al-munqati'. And the second one is usqita aksara min wahid mutawaliyan. More than one narrator has been dropped in sequence. Mutawaliyan, in sequence. Fahim, if you can bring the Bukhari to give you an example. So this type of hadith is called al-mu'dal. Al-mu'dal. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. There is a hadith وبه قال حدثنا سعيد بن أبي مريم قال حدثنا أبو غسان قال حدثني أبو حازم عن سهل بن سعد رضي الله تعالى عنه. If you drop the very first rawi, which is Sa'id ibn Abi Maryam, so hadith is called mu'allaq. Sa'id ibn Abi Maryam and Abu Usman both, you dropped it from the very beginning, so that's called mu'allaq. Sa'id ibn Abi Maryam, Abu Ghassan and Abu Hazim, all three you dropped. Still the hadith is called mu'allaq. Sa'id ibn Abi Maryam, Abu Ghassan, Abu Hazim and Salih ibn Sa'ad, all of them you dropped. Still the hadith is called al-mu'allaq. That's number one. If you dropped only Sahal ibn Sa'ad radiyallahu ta'ala an, who is a sahabi, so the hadith is called mursal. Yes, the hadith is called mursal. And if you dropped once rawi from the middle of the narration chain, for example, you dropped Abu Ghassan, you said حدثنا سعيد بن أبي مريم عن أبي حازم عن سهل ibn Sa'ad. So in the middle you dropped Abu Ghassan, so hadith is called munqati. And you dropped more than one rawi, you said حدثنا سعيد ibn Abi Maryam عن سهل ibn Sa'ad. So you dropped Abu Ghassan and Abu Hazim both. So the hadith is called al-mu'dal. Got it? Ya Allah. Then this dropping of a rawi from sanad or from narration chain, it has another sketch also. As-saqt min al-isnad means dropping from narration chain. Dropping from narration chain. Number one, as-saqt al-zahir, very obvious and manifest dropping of a rawi, which is known to everyone, that a rawi has been dropped. That's called a saqtu zahir. And then another one is called a saqtul khafi, non-obvious drop of a rawi. And as-saqtu zahir, that is, you should write it, when the narrator has never met nor he found the time of the sheikh he is narrating from. Nor he found what? The time of the sheikh he is narrating from. Look, for example, Shaykh al-Islam Hazrat Madani, rahmatullahi alayh, he was still alive when I was born. But he was in India, I was in Pakistan. Yes, and at that time, I was a small child when Shaykh al-Islam Hazrat Madani, rahmatullahi alayh, he passed away. So if I will narrate a hadith from Shaykh al-Islam Hazrat Madani directly, so even though I have found his time, but there was no any possibility of my meeting with Shaykh al-Islam. Got it? So that hadith would be called munqati. Hadith would be called munqati, or at least mu'allaq, because I dropped my very Shaykh, rahimahullah. Got it? But if I narrated a hadith directly from Shaykh al-Hind, Maulana Mahmud al-Hasan, rahmatullahi alayh, who was the Shaykh of Shaykh al-Islam, so he passed away when I was not born even. He passed away when I was not. So in this case, not only that I have not met him, I have not found his time. I have not found his time. So anyhow, when the narrator, he has not met, nor he found the time of the sheikh he is narrating from, and he narrates from that sheikh. He narrates from that sheikh. So all these type of hadith which we have mentioned before, munqati, mu'dal and mursal, that is coming therefrom. These anwa are coming therefrom. Got it? But, you should write, but if he has found his time and narrated from him with such a word which expresses that he heard of him, like he said, Qala, look, this is the difference. If he said Qala, Shaykh said, it doesn't mean that this is muttasil or connection, because Qala, yes, his qawl or his saying, yes, it will be okay, he has said it, but I haven't heard him. Yes, so but when I say qala li, Shaykh said to me, so it means that I express that I heard of him, because I didn't say Shaykh said, I said Shaykh said to me. Got it? Nuruddin, this is called at-tasrih bis-sima'. At-tasrih bis-sima' an al-shaykh. At-tasrih bis-sima' an al-shaykh. I use the word sami'tu. I use the word sami'tu. I heard Shaykh. So once again, this is tasrib as-sima', that I heard of him. Yes, got it. Or I said haddasani, or akhbarani, he gave me this hadith. And this is another thing, that tahdith and ikhbar are two different terms for narration. Tahdith and ikhbar. Yes, in Salaf, in the very early muhaddithin, these both were in the same meaning. These both were in the same meaning. But later on, akhbarani is used for one type of narration, while haddasani is used for another type of narration. Sometimes Shaykh himself relate the hadith, and the students, they are taking hadith from the mouth of Shaykh. Yes, and sometimes the students, he narrates the hadith, and the Shaykh approving that. And the Shaykh, he is approving that. That's another type of narration. So for both the mutaqaddimin, they used to use the word haddasani and akhbarani in the same meaning. But later on, that became different from each other. If Shaykh is saying the hadith, so then there is one term. If the student is saying the hadith and the Shaykh is approving that, so then there is another type of hadith. Yes, if Shaykh is narrating, that is called akhbarani. That is called akhbarani. If the student is relating the hadith and Shaykh is approving that, that's called haddasani. That's called haddasani. Later on, I will give you all these words, and then I will give you the stages also, that which one is the much more powerful way of narration. And that's what we say, that hadith is adaqqul funun. That is adaqqul funun. Yes, the very difficult subject in deen is hadith. The very difficult is hadith. Got it? So if I used this type of words, so then the hadith will be muttasil. The hadith will be muttasil, that is connected. That is connected. Got it? But as-saqtul khafi, what? As-saqtul khafi, لقي الراوي الشيخ, that the narrator, he has met the Shaykh he is narrating from. Yes, and here lam yalqa الراوي الشيخ, the narrator, he has not met the Shaykh. So here, look, the narrator, he met the Shaykh, but maybe he has not taken any hadith from that Shaykh. Maybe he has not taken any hadith from that Shaykh. For example, I have met the direct student of Hazrat Shaykh al-Hind, rahmatullahi alayh. Yes, and the closest associate and friend of Shaykh al-Islam, Hazrat Madani, who used to be in tahrikat with Shaykh al-Hind, who used to be in jail with Shaykh al-Hind, and he was there in Malta with Shaykh al-Hind, rahmatullahi alayh. Yes, in the time of Britishers, when they imprisoned Shaykh al-Hind, rahmatullahi alayh. So Shaykh al-Islam, Hazrat Madani, Hakim Nusrat Hussain, Maulana Mansur Ansari, and this Shaykh I am talking about, Maulana Uzair Gul Asiri Malta. We call in books, yes, he has got the title of Asiri Malta. Yes, and Malta is close to their area. Yes. So at that time, to imprison someone in Malta, that was a difficult way. Yes. So Maulana Uzair Gul Asiri Malta, Rahmatullahi alayhi, I used to go to him, yes, and sit with him. But he was sitting like this, yes. And mostly he was like this. And ulama from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Burma, Afghanistan, from all around the world, the big scholars, they used to come only to meet Maulana Uzair Gul Asiri Malta, Rahmatullahi alayhi. Yes. And he was not talking so much. We used to ask him, Sheikh, so how are you doing? Alhamdulillah, everything is okay. Yes. And then we asked him, so Sheikh, so when they took you to Malta, so what happened there when you arrived there in Malta in ship and you were fettered in chains and all these things? And Sheikh was there, Hazrat Shaykh al-Hind, Rahmatullahi alayh, because in one book it is written like this, another book, the historian, they have written like this. He said, yes, maybe they have written okay, I don't know. Yes. So, Hazrat Shaykh al-Hind, Rahmatullahi alayh, what he used to do at daytime and at night time when you people were there in the island of Malta. Yes, whatever is there in the book, that will be okay. I don't remember so much. Yes. So it is said that Hakim Nusrat Hussain, Rahmatullahi alayh, when he passed away in that jail, so they said that as he died of some viral disease, so we are going to burn his dead body. And then you jumped at the British soldiers and you said that who can touch his body in this regard? He's a Muslim. And we will give him a ghusl. We will do his Salati Janaza. Sheikh will do his Salati Janaza. We will bury him in Islamic way. Yes, that it is written in the book that you did like this. He said, maybe that's okay, I don't remember. Yes. So he was not saying anything. So once I asked him one question, that Sheikh, we asked you certain things, so you don't remember anything? He said, yes, I'm old man. I'm an old man. So he said, Sheikh, you are old man, but still you are okay. Yes, because you are doing your awrad and wazaif. You are the Khalifa of Hazrat Shaykh al-Hind. So you are doing your awrad and wazaif properly. You are doing your prayer properly. You are reciting properly. Your study in mutala is okay. Your study in mutala, that is okay. He said, let me tell you one thing. Yes. We give a word to Shaykh al-Hind, Rahmatullahi alayh, that these are secrets, we are not going to leak it. Yes. So we will take these secrets with us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes. He never spoke a single word. Yes. Got it? So anyhow, now I met him, but I never heard or taken any hadith from that Shaykh, rahimahullah. Got it? So if I will say that Haddathani al-Shaykh Uzair Gul, so I'm telling lie. I'm telling lie. That Shaykh Uzair Gul, he related to me this hadith. Yes, he never did it. So that is lie. Yes, because only my meeting with him and finding his time, that is not enough. Yes, but if a muhaddis, he is not known for lie. He is a pious and muttaqi guy. Got it? And he expressed this. He expressed this with such like word that haddathani. What? The four words which I have given you. Haddathani, akhbarani, qalali, or sami'tu. Yes? So once again, this hadith is muttasil. This hadith is muttasil. These are two types. And here, the Rawi or the narrator? The Rawi or the narrator? He met the Shaykh or he found his time. He met the Shaykh or he found his time. Walakin, but yuhaddisu bisighatin muhtamalatin. You should write it, Nuruddin. I'm trying to make you fully loaded. Yuhaddisu bisighatin muhtamalatin. Yani he is narrating a hadith, but with such a form which you can explain either way, that he heard of Shaykh or he has not. He heard of Shaykh or he has not. Misla an, from, or qala, Shaykh said. So maybe that's real, and that's reality and fact that Shaykh said it, but I heard it from him or not. So here is no any tasrih, no expression like that. In qala, there is no any such concept that I heard it from Shaykh. Yes, I said, Shaykh said it. Look, if I said that Shaykh Uzair Gul, rahmatullahi alayh, he said. Yes, so maybe he has said to someone, but he never said it to me. I never heard of him this hadith. You know what I'm saying? Got it? So anyhow, an, from Shaykh Uzair Gul, rahmatullahi alayh. Yes, maybe that's narrated from Shaykh Uzair Gul, but I have never taken it from him. So this is called sigha muhtamala. That's called sigha muhtamala. So now in such a case, if the Rawi, you should write it, if the Rawi is not known for tadlis, for what? This is tadlis. Tadlis. And tadlis, Nuruddin, actually, kitmanul aib fi sil'a waqt al-bay'. You should write it. Kitmanul aib fi sil'a waqt al-bay'. To hide the fault in goods you are selling. To hide what? The fault in good you are selling. You are selling a car and you know the problem there, but you are trying to hide it from one who is purchasing that. Yes, a good way out is as is. Yes, that's a good way out. Yes, quote unquote, as is. Yes. Got it? Got it or not it? So this amal is called tadlis. This amal is called tadlis. So in this case, when I said qala Shaykh Uzair Gul or an Shaykh Uzair Gul, so if I am known that he is a Shaykh who is hiding his own Shaykh, he is hiding his own Shaykh and putting another great one in his place, putting another great Shaykh in his place. Yes. So if I am not expressing that I have taken this hadith of Shaykh Uzair Gul, rahmatullahi alayhi, and I am known for tadlis that I am doing that, so my hadith is not accepted. You should write it. That is da'if. And that type of hadith is called, Nuruddin, mudallas. That type of hadith is called mudallas. Got it? And if the Rawi, which is me, is not known for tadlis, he is not known for tadlis, so then his hadith is muttasil if he has found the time of that Shaykh and meeting with him was possible. And meeting with him was possible. And for example, when Columbus has not yet discovered America, at that time when Shaykh was in America and Nuruddin was there in Morocco. Yes? So he found the time of that Shaykh. They were living in the same time in this world. Yes? But America was not discovered yet. So there was no any possibility of Shaykh Nuruddin with that Shaykh he is relating hadith from. Got it? So now here is the difference between Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim. You should write it. That Imam Muslim says that if the Rawi has found the time of Shaykh and possibility of meeting was there, number one, he found the time. Number two, possibility of meeting was there. Number three, the Rawi is not known for tadlis. You should write it. The Rawi is not known for tadlis. So according to Imam Muslim, that hadith is muttasil. That hadith is muttasil. Got it? But Imam Bukhari is a little bit strict. He is more strict than Imam Muslim in this regard. He said only finding the time of Shaykh, yes, and possibility of meeting is not enough. But it must be proven that he has met the Shaykh once or twice in his lifetime. He has met the Shaykh once or twice in Laqiya al-Marwiya anhu marratan aw marratain. Nuruddin, you should write it. Laqiya al-Rawi al-Marwiya anhu marratan aw marratain. Once or twice he met him in his lifetime with that Shaykh. That's according to Imam Bukhari. Now look, that's why we say that a hadith being da'if or sahih, being da'if or sahih, that's but a matter of research. That is what? Matter of research and ijtihad and deduction. Yes, and the muhaddiseen, they, in certain cases, they have different criterion. They have different criterion. So one hadith would be considered sahih according to one muhaddis, and to other one that will be da'if. That will be, and that's why, look, why the differences between fuqaha is there. Imam Shafi says one thing and Imam Abu Hanifa says another thing. Because one hadith is okay according to the tahqiq of Imam Shafi, but that is not according to Abu Hanifa, rahmatullahi alayh. So he has taken that hadith into consideration, but Imam Abu Hanifa did not take it. Got it? So here look, these two big mashayikh, these two big mashayikh, who? Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim. Imam Muslim says, if possibility of meeting a Rawi with Shaykh is there, yes, and he is not known for tadlis, hadith is muttasil and that is sahih. Hadith is muttasil and that is sahih. But Imam Bukhari says, no, for ittisal that is must, that the Rawi has met the Shaykh once or twice in his lifetime. Got it? So the same hadith which is considered as muttasil and sahih according to Imam Muslim, that is not muttasil and sahih according to Imam Bukhari. Yes, hadith, the subject of hadith itself will be okay. The subject will be, the matan and text, it will be okay. But for academic purpose, Imam Bukhari says narration wise, yes, or narration chain wise, that hadith is not muttasil nor sahih. Got it? Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khair. Nuruddin, how do you like it? Or you don't? You don't like it?
I like it.
Okay. But once again, suspense. That lam yarda.